Well, these should go faster.
Okay. All right. We'll come out of executive sessions. No decisions were made at this time. And we'll proceed with our agenda. Next on the things are special education, but our speaker tonight is ill, so we're going to table that for this meeting, and we'll bring it to the next meeting. So we're going to go to three there, policy of our first reading, and we'll start with, can I have a motion to accept KAB?
Move.
Okay, parent family, is there a second?
Second.
Okay, well, any discussion? Any discussion on KAB? Any discussion? Any discussion? Okay, seeing no discussion, all those in favor of accepting KAB on the first reading, please say aye.
Aye.
Okay, we'll go to the second one. ABAC, virtual learning.
I move to approve.
Second.
Second.
Probably moved and seconded to approve on the first reading. Discussion.
The only thing I have to say about this is that it does say on here that the board in collaboration with the superintendent will go through and do all these things. Just something to make note of.
Okay. Anything else? Discussion? All in favor then of accepting ABAC on first reading, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, next one is ACF, Cognitive Whistleblower.
I move to approve.
Second.
Second.
Probably moved in second. Discussion. All in favor of accepting ACF on first reading, please say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Number 4, GAAE, Critical Race Theory.
Second.
Okay, Vanessa moved. Spencer second. Discussion. All in favor of GAAE on the first reading, please say aye.
Aye.
Number 5, GACG, Learn Everywhere.
I move to approve.
Spencer, second.
Second.
James, okay. Discussion.
Wait a minute, I thought we were getting clarification on this. I don't think we were.
Oh, yeah. That was the, excuse me, but we had up to the School Board Association. I don't know if they ever got back to you on that one.
She did not get back to me.
Okay, so we'll have to just table that one. Or whatever.
Okay, so you don't,
Let's
okay.
defeat the motion on the floor.
All right, so we'll just defeat the motion on the floor. All in favor of accepting GAAE, please say aye.
GACG.
Yeah. Just learn everywhere. GAC.
GACG. All those in favor, please say aye. All opposed?
Nay.
Okay, this motion fails. We'll bring it back at the next meeting. Okay, number 6. GCAA, Promotion, Retention, Acceleration.
Move to approve.
Spencer, second.
Second.
Vanessa, second. Discussion. All in favor of accepting GCAA on first reading, please say aye.
Aye.
Okay, next one. Number 7, GACA, Correspondent Course.
Move to approve.
Spencer?
Second.
James, second. Any discussion?
We made a couple changes on this, but
Yeah, nothing to.
Looks good.
We're okay?
actually the change that we made should be brought to note. That it used to say that they had to pay for their correspondence classes, and now it doesn't. Couldn't you?
Yeah, we can't charge.
Okay.
But if
legislation changes.
Yeah,
We can change it
I
back.
get to change it again.
Well, that's okay. I'll be willing to change it.
Okay. Any more discussion on that? Okay, all those in favor then of accepting GACA on first reading, please say aye.
Aye.
Okay, number 8, GACCA, Dual Enrollment.
Move to approve.
Spencer?
Second.
James, seconds. Discussion. All those in favor of GACCA, first reading, please say aye.
Aye.
Okay, number 9, GBA, Academic Freedom.
Move to approve. Second.
James Spencer, discussion? Discussion? Discussion, see no discussion, all in favor of GBA first reading, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay. Number 10, GBA guest speakers.
So, we were gonna talk about this one, right?
Right, but I suppose we should pass
I
the
move to
motion.
approve.
Okay, move to approve is second.
Second.
You probably move in second. We want some discussion?
So this is about guest speakers, and it says that, it appears, the way I read it is, it doesn't matter who the guest speaker is, the principal shall be noticing the parents. That has not been being done. So, I'm not,
Yeah, we should have, I guess we should have put shorter verses to give your opinion on that, because it says when the principal approves a teacher request for a guest speaker, the principal shall provide notice to parents of the presentation.
Is doing that like
For every,
website adequate though? I mean, like when we,
They send it out through their app. I mean,
Well, the question becomes,
Is it for
for
every-
example, if we bring in district health to help with our health unit, do we do it because technically they're a guest that's helping in there? Or when we bring the sheriff's office in to speak to the kids, is it a guest speaker? Or is it just a big overall, if we have a school-wide speaker sending it out?
that's why I think we kind of wanted
And
your
we
opinion
do
on that.
post, pretty much every speaker that we have comes up, goes onto the school calendar.
because I, just like public notice, like,
So it says
I guess
provide notice to
Facebook.
the presentation. So yeah, first of all, we could really decide if we wanted to be just larger, like to the whole school, or do we want it for every speaker? And then also, how would we want it, is on the website good enough, or does he have to notify each parent? Or that's why we kind of wanted to have some discussion on this one.
Yeah, I mean, one of my concerns would be, say Fairfax Central brings in someone to talk about sewing. Well, if it's everybody, now I have to let it out. This person's coming in to talk about how we're gonna sew. And
Right, doesn't get to be a lot.
it gets to be, yeah.
yeah, you don't want that unnecessary cumbersome work.
And
to me, if it's addressing standards within a classroom, within the unit, that this would not change that. This is like if you're gonna sell out the gym with.
Yeah, if you're like a school-wide like Lyceum or whatever.
Yeah.
well, that's what we need to clarify.
yeah, and it doesn't.
No.
It said, oh, actually it does. Recommend
Teachers request.
the use of a guest speaker to present to a class or group of students. It actually does say that, which we could change that.
Well, then let's change that and bring it back. Because we every time a visitor comes in to give a little spiel to a group of 15, we shouldn't be having to.
Maybe we could sit down with.
Like you said,
Yeah, if you want to give us some feedback.
We
Yeah.
could sit down
Make
together
it workable.
and then we could bring it back to committee to get the final wording because so should we also defeat this one so that we
Okay, I'm hearing we're gonna table number 10. Is that what I'm hearing? Or defeat?
because we already made the motion, so.
I call
Oh, yeah, we did have a motion.
I'll call the
Okay.
question.
Okay, all those in favor, please say aye. All those opposed to GGBA, nay. Please say aye. Okay, the motion fails, and then we will bring this back after reclarification.
Yeah.
That's good.
Okay, so we will not pass that. And then we'll go to the last one under policies, number 11, GBBB, TV movies in school.
This was also one we wanted to talk about.
Before the motion,
And that was meant so that we don't have to.
yeah, they don't have to fail it
we-
if you wanna,
If we
if you
can, I
wanna.
just didn't know how you liked it.
Because again, it says teachers must notify parents and guardians of the upcoming showing and allow reasonable time for parents and guardians to opt their children out. It also says, or did we take that out? We took it out that it can't be used for a reward, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it says district schools will not show television programs or movies as entertainment or reward without building principal
Oh,
approval.
that's what we did. We
Yeah,
put
yeah,
in,
we took that.
we put in principal approval, because it said they couldn't.
Yeah. I think that was maybe all that we wanted to do. I think we discussed it. I think we wanted to make that known.
Well,
It can't be for that.
I guess I would like feedback if,
Okay.
about,
Mhm.
or maybe it is okay just to have the, I mean, all the teachers have, communication, they could send out a quick text to say if they're showing. But
Like,
that's,
yeah.
it needs to be brought to attention or changed.
Mhm.
Okay, so what are we hearing here? We're gonna table this? Is that what I'm hearing?
Because you know what I mean too, it's like if you're showing Veggie Tales, it's the one thing, but if you're showing like a movie
Well,
that is,
like I said, like it
for
does
juniors.
say in here, like at Christmas time, you know, or whatever, that's, but.
Table
We
one?
talked about federal guidelines and policy committee, that, you know, if it's PG, it's parental guidance, PG-13 is parental
Yeah.
guidance, you know, certain level. R is only over the age of 16, you know, so we talked about how that affects this too as well, so.
Okay, I'm still not hearing anything here. Am I hearing we're gonna table this, or are we gonna motion to accept?
I did send this out when we had the policy meeting in March to Kelly and multiple people. I didn't hear any feedback back on this policy.
I'll move to accept it, if somebody has feedback, they can bring it before the second reading.
True, yeah.
Okay,
we-
all right.
we'll have to-
Oh, second.
Okay, Vanessa moves to accept GBBB, second by James. Discussion? All those in favor then of GBBB on the first reading, please say aye.
Aye.
Okay, motion passes. Okay, now we'll go to required board regulations in first reading.
Move to approve.
Second.
Okay, move to approve, second, okay. And the first one is about foster care transportation plan. Is there any discussion? Discussion?
These only take one reading, so these will not be on the agenda.
Okay,
Because they're just a board regulation, they're not.
okay. Anything else? Any more discussion on it? Discussion? All right, all in favor then of FDHBR1 for the first and last reading, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Okay, second one, foster care dispute resolution.
Move to approve.
Second.
Okay, Vanessa moved, Spencer second. Any discussion? Any discussion? Any discussion? Okay, seeing no further discussion, all those in favor then of approving FDHBR2 on the first and final reading, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Okay, now we're going to go to number 5. Need a motion to create an online policy portal through North Dakota School Board. You're linked to the Harvey Public School website.
You want to explain that, Dr. Rubens? It would just, you can explain it better, go ahead.
Okay, so the North Dakota School Board Association obviously did our whole policy review. We've passed, we have over the last 2 years passed our policies, so we have a full policy book too. So now we need to be able to have an updated link through on our website so that it's accessible. School Board Association provides this, and then they'll send updates to your superintendent that says, you know, this policy is now out of sync with federal law or state law based on legislative changes, and then you can bring them forward and they can be changed quickly rather than constantly reviewing and changing things. So what they do is you've already had them review all of your policies, you did all that, so you're just going to give the policies that you passed in the minutes to show that you passed them, and they will create your policy book for you, and it'll have an online link, and they will anytime anybody in the state changes something that they have that policy, that update will go to all leaders, and then you can run it through the board to change it.
And now, for example, after legislation, if there's new policies that have to be made, then they can just notify us and say, hey, here's some new ones you have to make, instead of who says over a year from now, gee, do we have any that needs to be changed?
Well, which they will do that anyway, but it gives us access, so we don't have to start over. That being said, we definitely don't have a full policy though. There's a whole bunch we haven't been through yet.
Yeah, we did all the requireds and, I don't know, most of the recommended, and then there's some other ones that we have to go through.
There's a bunch that need to be amended and.
Right, different things.
So are we gonna pass this motion?
It's up to you guys. I think it's a good thing. I'd like to,
Yeah.
it's nice, because I think then we get notices when
Put
we
it in form of
need them.
motion, please.
I'll make a motion if we would do the online policy portal through North Dakota School Board Association.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, Spencer? Okay, so, is there any discussion?
No, it'd be good for, that Colette and I could have, or I think any of us can have access to it, that'd be a good thing.
Well, there's no negative to that.
Yeah.
I don't think so, there's no.
It just costs some money that you're not spending right now.
So how much money are we talking?
The contracts will come out in June.
Kind of like we did this year.
Yep, so you'll approve the contract. I'll send the board minutes
As
to
you said, we
Patty.
didn't use that part of it, I guess, or whatever, how they, what we paid this year when they gave us that whole, or last year, that whole listing or whatever.
Yes.
Because I think we paid again for.
This is not a full review though, this is just a
Yeah.
link.
Okay,
Yeah.
any more discussion?
Well, I guess we can look at it when we know how much it's gonna cost.
Yeah, true, yeah, and we can double check at
I
that time
think
if
there
it
were
would change or not.
62 schools that applied for this last year, and so we would be like in line to develop this, so that's why I'd like us to get in line early instead of.
Okay, any more discussion? Any more discussion? Any more discussion? Okay, now we will vote then on whether or not to create an online policy portal through the North Dakota School Board Association. All in favor? We say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. Okay, now we're going to have to go into executive session again and discuss our superintendent position, so I would entertain a motion, please.
I will make a motion that we go into executive session pursuant to North Dakota Century Code 44-04-18.27 for consideration of applications for the open superintendent of school position.
Second.
Okay, properly moved and second that we go into executive session to consider the applications of our superintendent pool. Okay, so again, we need to clear the room. Thank you. Mr. Passes.
I got a question really quick. If this is for the superintendent, does the superintendent sit here and listen to it too? Or would that clear?
He doesn't have to, he's not doing anything with it, so he can.
Well, he's not going to make any decisions, so.
Yeah, he hasn't,
But
he hasn't even seen
what
it.
would he need to be in here for then?
So it's not covered, just with.
If I kick me out, you can. Can I go home?
Can you go home? No, because I need you later.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what the law says, but yeah, I don't know. If you want to step out, so be it.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, hold on.